Hi guys, this is Greg with Walnut Ridge Family RV Sales here in Memphis, Indiana. Today we're going to talk about the new Lippert Quick Drop stabilizing jack system. These are becoming pretty popular, especially on the Wildwood brand, and a lot of other manufacturers are using them and will be using them in the future. So, and they're a little bit tricky to understand exactly how they work. They're not like a standard stabilizing jack that you just either hold a button and run down, or you just crank it all the way down until they touch and stop. So this is a little bit different. So I'll show you how they work. First thing you'll want to do is, it's got a chain that's on here with a little clip. You just want to take that off. And then you'll want to level the camper the traditional ways. You'll want to use your very front tongue jack for your front to back leveling, and then your side to side leveling, that is still done by driving up on blocks, or depending on how unlevel it is, it's not super important anymore if you're just a hair off level side to side. Anytime you're using stabilizing jacks, you're never wanting to level the camper with these jacks. This brand, the old school standard scissor jacks, those aren't meant to handle a lot of weight, so you can't be trying to level with this jack. Get it level, and then you'll be ready to use these. So what it basically does is, you can do it two ways. You can still use the old 3/4 inch drill. We'll put it on and we can drop it down. And then what you have is, you have your main bar, and then this support arm here is what you're looking at. The straighter that this bar is, the better. As you can see, if you own one of these, it's hard to see on a video, but underneath here it's got bad, good, and best about where this bar is in correlation to this indicator plate here. So what you normally do is, whenever you get to your spot and you're all leveled up, you will drop your leg down. I got it snugged up, and if I look at it, okay, it's okay. It's going to do some stabilizing like this, but according to the diagram, when this is just bare, half an inch or so away from the indicator plate, it's still got some room for adjustment to make it better. So what I would do is, I would loosen my jack, bring it back up, and then the quick drop is this pin here. You pull that, and then either lower it if it's too high, or in this case, I'm going to raise it all the way up till the last pin here, and then we'll try dropping it. I snug it up, make sure it's solid against whatever surface, and then that's it. Now you can see how much straighter this bar has gotten. We got a pretty significant gap in between here, and that's not even as straight as it will go, but it just depends on the space you're in. Now, a lot of people are using blocks if they're on gravel or something like that, so you'll have to take that into play, and you put it down first before you start adjusting your arm or your quick drop portion of it. Now, I believe they name it quick drop because, unlike your old school stabilizing jacks, that when you crank them up, these do go quite a bit quicker. Once it gets to a certain point, it'll go a little bit faster than the traditional jacks and this leg dropping down. So if I was higher up in the front, or the ground was lower, and I came out and I pulled and I put it down to level 3, as you can see there, that's not a good gap. That's not giving a lot of support. Will it work? Sure, but it's not going to give you the best amount of stability that you can get. So it's a jack that you have to kind of play with every single time you use it, unless you park in the same spot every time, because it does vary. But it's very simple. Drop it down, see where it's at, raise it back up, and then adjust accordingly. lower it back down. And you're good to go. Now, if you were using a block, I could put my block down and then start back at the beginning where I was. It doesn't matter where it's at from the last use, but if I put it down, I'm on my block. Well, that's not very good, but I can only go so far in how I'm sitting. So this can only go up one more leg until it's on that block. So even then, you're in the good range. So this will be good enough. And then, of course, do it to each side from there on out. And then when you're done using it, it's as simple drawing it back up, putting the locking pin through, pack up your stuff, and you're ready to go. So these are, you know, we've seen quite a few issues with these, a lot of broken chains where people forget, or a lot of broken, I'm just going to do it very lightly, this pin here tends to get broken because either it's down too far and they put too much weight on it, and I've seen a few get bent, or the spring get bent. So just make sure that you slow down, know that it's not for lifting the trailer or leveling, just for stabilization after you're already leveled, and you won't have any problems with it. So that was it for this Service Friday. We'll see you next week and go over something else.